Hey, what is up, you guys? Bailey here with another video, and today I'm doing my Q&A. So I'm uploading my 250 subscriber Q&A special today, and yeah, I got a decent amount of questions. I think I counted about 19 in total, I believe, about 19 in total. So yeah, that's a decent amount of questions. And yeah, so let's just get into the questions, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video. So yeah, let's get into this. By the way, hold on guys, just let me do something real quick, and we'll get started. Alright. Alright guys, so yeah, by the way, I have like answers written down for these questions, just to kind of help me out think about these. So yeah, so let's just get into the questions. And actually, there is one comment on here that's not a question that I'll just go ahead and read, because one of these Q&As, I'll probably just read all the questions. The first comment, the only comment that's not a question is by my friend Raya. She says, "Congratulations, brother." Thank you very much, Raya. I really appreciate that. So yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, now the rest are questions, so let's just get into them. First batch of questions is by my very good friend, Jamie the Knight. He's a great guy. He makes cool videos, and yeah, so definitely go check him out. And I was actually just in a live stream with him earlier tonight, so yeah, definitely go check that out as well. He says, "That's so awesome, dude. So happy to see this milestone you have hit." Thank you very much, Jamie. I really appreciate that. Then he says, "I have a few questions." First question is, what is the best vinyl/CD purchase you made? Best vinyl, honestly, for now would probably have to be my Wolves on the Throne reissue of Datum of 12 Stars. They had the reissue of their debut that I got in my record store for like 25 bucks, I think. So, for a good price. And the color is really cool, too. Yeah. So, I'd probably have to say that. And CD. Technically, it's actually two. Is when I got both of Ne Obeliviscaris' two albums on CD. I sadly don't have either of them on vinyl yet, but I got them both on CD, and I actually got them both on the exact same day. And yeah, I'm still really happy about that, and I got them both for a pretty decent price. So yeah, I'd say Ne Obeliviscaris albums. His next question is, what is the worst vinyl/CD purchase you made? This was way harder to think about and decide, because I'd say probably about 98% of the stuff I have in my collection I do enjoy and don't really regret buying. But I have to say probably the one vinyl I have in my collection that I'd probably be okay with getting rid of for now is this one time I got a Hall & Oates vinyl. I don't remember the name of the fucking album. Yeah, it's not that I hate Hall & Oates, it's just, I don't know. I got it at this place that sells like old used video games and CDs and albums and DVDs and shit. And that's actually the only time I've ever been to that place, because when it came to music there, there was almost nothing there that really appealed to me. So yeah, and I got it because I think it was if you got like 2 vinyl or something, you get like another one for $5 or free. It was something like that, and I got it, and it's in really bad condition. It's like the bottom is torn, so the vinyl like goes through the bottom, and the rest of it is like not in good condition either. So yeah, don't really like that. Where's CD? I did have one in mind, but I don't own it anymore because I lost it. It was a Black Eyed Peas CD that I got when I was like 11. I mean, there are some songs off that album I still do kind of like, but not really anymore. But the rest, not really. But I have to say, out of the ones I do have, The latest Imagine Dragons album. I got it before I even listened to it because I thought I would like it. I really didn't, other than a few songs. So, yeah. And his last question, some of your favorite bands. Called Brood, Summoning for like black metal. Silver Sun Pickups, they're great indie rock. Linkin Park for like mostly nostalgia purposes and reasons. But I still do listen to them to this day, honestly, from time to time. Vector for thrash, they're an amazing thrash band. System of a Down, also for like nostalgia purposes, but I still do like their music today. Anal of course. Love Anal One of the first extreme metal bands I got into. Oh, Nail of Viscaris. I've loved Nail of Viscaris for a couple of years now. Ghost. I've always loved Ghost. Always been a big fanboy of them. Beyond Creation, one of my favorite death metal bands and my favorite tech death band. My Dying Bride, one of my favorite doom metal bands. Carnifex, probably easily my favorite deathcore band right now. The Beatles for like really old stuff. I absolutely love the Beatles. I have for a long time. Sigur Rós, God is an Astronaut for like post rock. And Envy. They mix in a lot of stuff like post rock, post hardcore, screamo music. They are amazing. So yeah, I have to say bands like that. And that was his last question, so thank you for the questions, Jamie. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, go check out his channel. Next, questions are by the Grindcore Guru. He also has a good channel. Go check him out. He only has a few videos up so far, but he's got a cool channel. First, he said, congrats. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. His first question, what's the best show you've been to? If we're talking about like an entire show, just like an entire show from top to bottom, I would honestly have to say Summer Slaughter last year, believe it or not. I just thought it was from top to bottom a solid show, honestly, Summer Slaughter. Sure, there were maybe a couple bands I was just sort of iffy about, but there was really no bands that bored me or anything, or made me just want to go walk around while they were playing. And even the local band that performed there I didn't think was that bad. So yeah, but if we're talking about just mostly for a show that was great mostly for one band or something, definitely November when I went and saw Vector when they were touring with Blackfast. And then some local bands performed at that show. Vector is amazing. I know I talk about them so much, especially during my live streams with my friends, but it's just they're just so amazing, especially since I'm not even too big into thrash anymore. They're absolutely amazing, and I'm glad I got to see them before most of the band members left. They were fantastic. Next question. Have you ever gone into a fight at a show or in the pit? No, thank God, and I hope I never do. And his last question is, what is your opinion on crowd killing? Hopefully I'm right about this, but isn't crowd killing basically where it kind of has to do with hardcore dancers and basically douchebags are just doing something basically that's ruining people's fun time at shows, and they're literally just being dicks? Because that is stupid. And actually, yes, it's stupid. Crowd killing, it's just fucking stupid. And why are you just being a dick like that? Seriously, what's wrong with you? Especially people who do it intentionally. Seriously, fuck off. So yeah. And so those were his questions. So thank you, man. I believe his name is Nate. So yeah, thank you, man, and go check out his channel. And thank you. Next questions are by my good friend Dio, who's he just recently changed his channel name to Thus Spake the Riddler. So definitely go check him out. He has a cool channel. His first question is, what would your soul sound like if it was pressed on a vinyl record? It would sound like a magical battle cry far into the distance. I guess. I don't know. I really don't know, but probably something like that. Next question. Would you rather get Echoes of Battle and play it on a Crosley or never be able to get that record? Easily just play it on a shitty Crosley. Because if that fucker breaks, which it probably would, I could just get another record player. But yeah, definitely play it on a Crosley because, yes, I don't care how shitty Crosleys are. I would love to have Echoes of Battle. So yeah. His next question is, what do you think is the best Antarctican black metal band? So the best black metal band from Antarctica? I have to say it's Antarctic Throne. Definitely Antarctic Throne. They're Dark Throne worship, man. Antarctic Throne, man. Oh man. So yeah. Next one is how are you doing today? I'm doing just peachy. I'm doing just fine. And last question, how many churches have you burned? Well, honestly, too much to say. It's definitely too much to say, man. Too much to say. I'd probably say over 1 million. No, but I'm just joking. But yeah, thank you for your questions, Theo. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, go check out his channel. Next batch of questions are by Wandering Souls Webzine, another cool guy with a cool channel. Go check him out. He says, congrats, thank you. He asked 7 questions, so let's just go right through these. First question, what is the worst movie you have ever seen? This is the question I probably had to give the most thought to because I've seen some pretty shitty movies. I will admit, I have seen way more movies that I've liked than disliked, and there isn't that much movies I've seen that I have flat out hated or like despised, but there are some, like, and by the way, the movies I'm about to say, if you like them, don't get mad at me, it's just my personal opinion. Scary Movie 5 was horrible. It was horrible. It was, for me, it was not funny. It was just trying way too fucking hard. And which sucks because I love the Scary Movie franchise. Those are some parody movies that I actually do like because most of the parody movies I've seen just don't do it for me. And I actually do like the first 4 Scary movies, yes, even the 4th one for the most part. But especially like the first 2, those movies are awesome. Especially the first one. And the 3rd one I think is pretty cool too. But the 5th one, it was so bad. It was so bad. Me and my mom, we did not enjoy it at all. Because I saw it with her, it was so bad. Epic Movie, another one of those shitty parody movies. That movie is... I saw this movie called Noah. It's a religious movie, I think. I saw it with my ex and a couple of other people, a couple other friends, and it was so boring. I didn't think it was horrible, I guess, but it was just so goddamn boring for me. I don't know what it was. It was just so boring. Like, literally, I fell asleep a few times. That's one of the few times I can actually say a movie made me fall asleep. And that hasn't happened a lot. But that's one of the few movies that have actually literally put me to sleep. So, didn't like that movie. Really. Other than maybe a couple parts. But I have to say the worst I've seen, probably Disaster Movie. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have heard about it and seen it, so you should understand why I absolutely hate that movie. And it's rated as one of the worst movies of all time for very good reason. It's atrocious, and I don't find it funny at all. Of course, when I first saw it when I was like 11 or something, I thought it was hilarious, but I was like 11, so ugh. Yeah, that movie's terrible. Next one. What 2017 albums are you looking forward to, or are you looking out for? Summoning might possibly be released some this year, and if they do, that would be amazing. Eminem. I've always loved Eminem, even before I got into extreme metal. So hopefully he'll release some this year. Dying Fetus, I'm pretty sure is definitely releasing something. Actually, I know they are. They're one of my favorite death metal bands, and I don't even listen to death metal as much as I used to, ever since I got more into black metal. But I still do listen to it quite a bit, and they're one of my favorites. That should be awesome. They haven't released anything since 2012, so I'm really looking forward to that. System of a Down, and again, I still like their music to this day. I'm pretty sure they will be releasing their first album in over 10 years this year. Last time they released anything was those two albums that they released in 2005. So it's been at least 11 years since they've released anything. So can't wait for that. Distant Tomb, one of the few brutal death bands I like. I think will be released some this year. Olivetti, however you say their name. They're like folk metal mixed with mellow death. One of my favorite folk metal bands, actually probably my favorite folk metal band at the time. Really looking forward to their new album. Their last album was amazing. So yeah, really looking forward to that. And it's not set in stone yet, and it probably won't even come out this year, but I think there are slight rumors, and they even said on their Facebook page that they're working on something, and that's Kaladin Brood. If it does come out this year, that would be amazing, because I need more Kaladin Brood, because they only have released one thing. That's it. At least for original material, because I know they were recently on that Summoning Tribute cover album where they covered a Summoning song. But other than that, for like original material, they've only done one thing. So I really hope they'll release something. If not this year, next year. So yeah. Next question, biggest influences in making these videos? YXM, Count Blagritz, and Cover Killer Nation. Those were like the first three metal YouTubers I got into back in like 2013 and 2014. And yeah, especially like Cover Killer Nation. I guess I would also say probably Infidel Amsterdam as well. But mostly those three, because those were like the first three that I really got into and really watched a lot. So yeah, I always thank them for that. How many records do you own? 26. What are your favorite albums of all time? Echoes of Battle by Kaladin Brood, one of the few albums I would call a masterpiece. Linkin Park's first two albums. Like I said, I do listen to them still from time to time, especially for nostalgia purposes. And yeah, even though I'm one of the few Linkin Park fans that doesn't mind their stuff after their first two albums are classics, and yeah. And honestly, the only stuff I don't like by Linkin Park are those remix albums. I don't like their remix stuff. But their studio albums, especially the first two, I like. And I used to listen to their first two like so much. Like, I'm not joking. I was highly addicted. Like, if their first two albums were like cocaine and meth, and the amount of times I listened to them, like if it was like basically if I was taking a hit of cocaine and meth at the time, I would have overdosed a long time ago. Let's just say that's how much I used to listen to those albums all the time. Oh, Sigur Rós' second album. That's amazing post-rock. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it. It's all in Icelandic, so that's why I'm just calling it their second album. It's amazing, amazing post-rock. Terminal Redux by Vector. Fantastic. Thrash, my album of the year from last year. The Impossible Kid by A$AP Rock. I know that just came out, but I'm not joking. After I listened to that last year, that album really helped me get back into hip-hop, because I used to be really into hip-hop, then I got out of it, and now I'm more into it. So because of literally an album that just came out last year, I've gotten more into hip-hop, and that was my favorite non-metal album of the year last year, and just one of my top 5 favorite albums of the year in general. That album's amazing. Amazing hip-hop. Deseratum by Nana Throck. Well, that and In the Constellation of the Black Widow. Again, I love Deseratum so much just because, again, not only do I love the music, but it was the first Nana Throck album I got into and that I listened to, and it was one of the first extreme metal albums that I ever listened to and that I absolutely obsessed with. So, yeah. Citadel by Nail of the Scars. Another one of the few albums I would call a masterpiece. Oh, and Beware the Sword You Cannot See by a Forest of Stars. Oh, that album is amazing. Especially like the clean female vocals and the violin. And just, everything about it is amazing. Oh, and actually, probably of Monsters and Men's debut. Yeah, of Monsters and Men. They're like folk rock and indie pop. I actually love that band, and their debut Oh, I've listened to it a lot. So yeah. And his next question: most extreme music you have ever heard? Like certain types of harsh noise. I don't really remember the artist names, but some types of like harsh noise, tetragrammaticide. That's insanely extreme and harsh. And oh, I really hope I said this band's name right. Yodes Savadanga. Of course, I heard of them because of Wyatt. Yodes Savadanga. It's like tetragrammaticide, but on like amphetamines and steroids. So yeah. But yeah. And he said, I got any pets? And no, I do not. Last time I had a pet was like 2013. So yeah. And there is one last question by my good friend Taylor, who's been a follower of me for well over a year. So yeah, go check out his channel. Oh, by the way, thank you, Wandering Souls Webzine, for your questions. Thank you, man. And then last question is by Darkness Shadow 666, my good friend Taylor. He doesn't upload too often, but he does have a cool channel, so go check him out. And his one and only glorious question is, if it was a life or death situation and you had to do this to avoid dying, would you have gay sex with someone? Oh my god. Sure, I guess. I mean, if it means that if I don't do it, I'm gonna die. Sure. I mean, yeah, I guess. Thank you for that question, Taylor. That lovely question. Thank you. Oh, man. But yeah, so guys, that's my Q&A, and wow, this did not go as long as I thought it would. I thought it was going to probably go for like over 30, 35 minutes. But yeah, guys, but yeah, thank you to everyone who sent in questions. So yeah. But yeah, thank you everybody who sent in questions, and even thank you to my good friend Raya for just saying congratulations to me, even though it wasn't a question. Thank you, and thank you to the Grindcore Guru, Jamie the Knight, Wandering Souls Webzine, Thus Spake the Riddler, and Darkness Shadow 666 for all your good questions. And yeah, so definitely go check out their channels, and yeah. All right, guys. So yeah, guys, that's the Q&A. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I didn't bore you with an over 20 plus minute video. So yeah. And I'm going to try to go to bed now, because it's pretty much midnight where I live now. Sorry, guys. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. And yeah, again, thank you to everyone who sent in questions. I really do appreciate it. And thank you guys for getting me to over 250 subs. It really means the world to me. And you guys are awesome as always. And I will see you guys in my next video. And see you, and peace out.